Hey, I'm Anna. I'm an occupational therapist, and I'm here to chat to you about the palmar grasp reflex. The palmar grasp reflex is noticed in babies from 0 to 6 months of age. And what it is, this reflex is when you place your finger, your hand, or a tangible item into baby's hand, you'll see their hand close around. So this occurs when something touches their palm. An involuntary response, so it's not deliberate, means that their hand will close around your finger or an item. This is really important for your baby to develop motor patterns. Motor patterns are the connections that occur in baby's brain that support the development of different skills later on. So you'll see that this involuntary response of grasping around a finger, grasping an item, will then lead later on into more deliberate actions such as picking up, grasping food to eat, grasping toys to play with, and deliberately holding your hand as well. So it's really important to give baby opportunities to practice using this skill so that they can develop these more deliberate responses from this involuntary response. So some different ways you can do that is by just placing your finger or placing your hand on baby's palm and watching them grasp around it. And this can be a really lovely time to sing to them, to play with their hand, look at their hand, and spend that time building that connection through and helping them practice that reflex just by placing your finger or your hand in their palm. Another way you can support them is to provide age-appropriate toys such as a rattle. Always making sure if there's any toys or other tangible products involved that you are always supervising. So a little rattle you can place into their palm and you'll see that their hand will close around it. And then a mobile is another great way for helping baby interact with their world around them and to practice this grasp. So as they get older, they'll start reaching out and batting. It'll look like batting of toys, and if one comes into contact with their palm, it's likely that they might even be able to get hold of it. And this is still that involuntary response. As it touches their palm, their hand will close, and then it'll look like them shaking the toy around and moving the toy around. So having a mobile at an appropriate height for them to engage and play with is another beautiful way of helping them make these motor connections for later on in life. If you notice that this reflex is weak or it's over-exaggerated or your baby is unable to perform this movement, then it is a good idea to talk to your child's GP, their pediatrician, or another allied health professional just to get a second opinion to further explore what might be going on for your baby.